Okay. Let me get my shit together here. Get the old YouTube app running, make sure it's going to work. I don't know why I don't have that muted. Broadcast ain't even started yet. They're replaying the World of Outlaws race from Wednesday night. Excuse me. That Bojangles hits hard, bro. Hey, Janet, what's up? So, this race is going to be a total clusterfuck. Last night, there was another race they ran at Bristol with some of the Xfinity drivers, truck drivers, and ARCA drivers, and it was a mess. And it's because Bristol's such a hard track to drive, and not all of these drivers have experience on iRacing with a track like Bristol. So if they were making a mess of things at Homestead, I would imagine today's going to be pretty caution-filled. And today's going to be a little different than normal. They're doing 2 qualifying races to set the lineup for the main race. So after the 2 qualifying races, there will be the actual race. But I expect it to be pretty fucking messy. But it should be fun. We'll see how strict they are with cautions. They're showing a dirt race from Wednesday night that they did on iRacing. Some of the World of Outlaw drivers. I hate I didn't watch this because Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer did commentary. But I did watch the races last night, and God, this is about to be pretty funny. Watched WrestleMania last night. WrestleMania's been good so far. There was a couple of stinkers, but like everybody did. I don't blame the wrestlers. The wrestlers are doing the best they can. I'm gonna watch the second part of WrestleMania tonight. What do you want, Oz?
You can have engine failures in this too, guys. Hey, Trey, great job.
Yeah, somebody's computer shutting off is the equivalent of an engine blowing, I guess, in a real race.
And now we bring in Kyle Larson, who did double duty tonight. I think you were 6th in the sprint car.
Does the mic sound okay?
In the late model race. Pretty good night for you, Kyle. Not bad.
I hope they do a race next week. I know next week's Easter and it's supposed to be an off week, but I hope they keep this going next week. If they don't, I know they'll pick up the week after, but I'm curious to see if they'll race on what was supposed to be an off week.
I'm thinking maybe next time, as my heart rate is finally starting to calm down, maybe I should bring my heart rate up.
Okay.
Let's do that. Show these guys how stressful this game can be.
Oh, man, they were leaning.
It's not a game, Larson. Larson did really well in this Wednesday.
Yeah, we might. If I do come back, we're gonna have to figure out some other way to do
Yes,
this.
Ozzy.
It was hard. It was the toughest thing I've done on iRacing for sure. Is not being able to hear your car and hear the announcers. It was wild.
Well, if you do figure it out, let me know. I went in on the secret for Sundays because it is a challenge. Hey, make sure and put all those settings back for Boyer. Okay?
Yes. I'm headed out. I've been on iRacing all day. I'm ready to go to bed.
And Johnny Gibson here, the voice of the Outlaws.
That's rookie hours, Larson. We've all been on video games for hours at a time. Ozzy, quit it. Jesus.
Dirt fans, World of Outlaw fans everywhere, we're so happy to see you and hear your voice on this broadcast. It would not have been the same. It wouldn't have been.
Because there were so many drivers that wanted to be in this race today, they decided to do a second race last night for all the lower series drivers. It was so bad, though. I don't expect this to be any better, but for some reason, Cup guys doing this is more fun than the lower series guys, no matter how bad the Cup guys are.
And you know, it's just cool to give these guys some airtime and see this type of racing on Fox Sports 1. You know, I love it. Seeing the track change, sliding it sideways, banging off the wall, slide jobs.
Showing a 2003 Darlington race tonight at 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Hope my cable acts better than it did last week.
This is huge for dirt racing. This is a good opportunity for everybody involved.
All right, it's 1 o'clock. Let's get this show on the road.
Dirt late model racing. I had a blast watching these guys obviously being in the simulator, knowing firsthand what they've done, this great cars, great racing all the way around.
The Undertaker and AJ Styles, their match last night was amazing.
The two winners here tonight. Race 1, sprint cars, goes to Christopher Bell. No surprise there. We know how talented he is when it comes to racing on dirt. And we just talked to him. Your late model winner is Trent Ivey.
All right, Bristol.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway in round 3 of the NASCAR Pro Invitational iRacing Series. For the first time today, we will compete on one of NASCAR's greatest short tracks.
This is going to be pretty interesting.
As follows, one for the ages, last weekend in Texas.
You should have heard the drivers talking to each other during the race last week. It was hilarious. Oh, they're going to show it.
I am good on my end.
Get ready.
Does anybody else think he looks kind of like a dweeb sitting here?
I don't understand how I'm so slow.
Oh, spinning around.
Jimmy Johnson, I don't understand how I'm so fucking slow.
Oh, yeah, of course it's Stenhouse. Hey, Suarez. That's why you get the middle finger in real life.
They're all cussing at each other.
He's definitely going for it, trying to wreck him.
It's just like real life.
And Priest.
God, that wreck off of turn 4 that right there was awesome.
Believe that just happened. Damn, all day. Oh man, they're racing really hard up there.
Clint Boyer and Greg Biffle yelling at each other on FaceTime was funny.
Hand gesture out there. Who hit that?
Oh, he nipped him.
Timmy Hill. Wow. That was exciting. I had to do a little fish shooting boogie here in Texas with Willie D.
Hold on a second. I gotta see what the deal is with my PlayStation. I'm not seeing any comments. Okay, now I'm seeing comments. Alright, game on. Sorry, guys. I cut out from Radioactive to check on the PlayStation because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Is having a lot of fun on iRacing and bring you along for the ride. I'm Mike Joy.
It's all entertainment. We can't take it too seriously. Even though that race last night was very annoying.
Not at Texas Motor Speedway. I mean, we're having a blast calling these iRacing events here on FS1. And
That race last night went a little too far into like
we saw
ridiculous,
a heck of a
just
battle.
wrecks
I mean,
after
we
wrecks
saw
after wrecks.
Very high-speed racing like you would expect to see. But we also saw this. William Byron in the 24 leading, the 66 of Timmy Hill does the bump and run through 1 and 2 in the closing laps before the final restarts. Here's a closer look as Timmy Hill gets to the rear bump and moves William Byron.
Legendary move by Timmy Hill to take the lead last week.
Normally you saw bump and runs.
They're showing Jeff and Rusty from Bristol in '97.
Bump and run I really enjoyed. Me and Rusty Wallace battling it out in the closing laps at Bristol. That's 1997.
Eye pacing, yeah. Did you watch Saturday Night Thunder last night? Caution after caution after caution after caution.
And that brings us to Bristol.
If a wreck clogs up the racetrack, they will throw the yellow. If guys spin out but clear off the racing surface and get rolling, they won't throw the caution. So I got 2 qualifying races and a 150-lap main race. This will be fun, I hope. I think it should be 200 laps because there's going to be a shit ton of cautions. I would have made this 200 laps.
And today, Clint's crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
Well, Rusty should have done is what I've been saying for years, and it's the same for virtual Bristol Speedway. Before you go over in that half mile, take your feelings and emotions and leave them out there on the highway, because if you take them inside,
I see him practicing behind Larry Mack on the monitors.
You talked about it, Mike. 2 heat races. Let's take a look at our USA race analysis. 16 drivers per race. We're going to go for 50 laps and a short
50-lap qualifying races. Caution free.
And the finishing order from each heat.
So the qualifying races are probably going to be better than the actual race.
Nobody goes home. Everybody's going to race.
Oh, that's the best part. So our two intrepid pit reporters are out and about.
This is the first real Texas and Homestead were one thing. Bristol is like ridiculous. I drove Bristol with a wheel in NASCAR heat, and my ankle hurt afterwards.
We haven't seen a Cinderella story such as the one of Brian Blaney since probably Bill Murray and Caddyshack, if I'm being perfectly honest. 3 weeks ago, you were an iRacing crew chief, and now here you are racing on Sundays.
Yeah, you know, my talents.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like,
You know,
no sticky stuff in the bottom groove at Bristol on iRacing, so yeah, it's really hard to pass.
you know, and got a rig.
Guys on way fresher tires couldn't pass old tire guys because if you just get out and run the wall, it's so ridiculous to try to pass on the inside. So you could see guys, you could stay out on old tires here, just run the top, and you're like impossible to get by.
I know there's a couple crew chiefs out there racing a lot. Chad Canals is out there. I think
it's ridiculous.
What's your advice to them to make it to the Sunday races?
Well, you know, just learn from experience. You know, I mean, I haven't been crew chief for too long, but honestly, yeah, I thought I did a pretty good job, and it doesn't seem that difficult. So the driving side, you know, that's just second nature. But yeah, I actually raced with Canals. A couple weeks ago in Kansas or something like that. He did pretty good. But a lot of people are swapping over. But yeah, it should be fun today. Bristol would be a pretty tough race. Usually is a pretty entertaining one.
I'm looking forward to Talladega in a couple of weeks.
Along with heat races, we have heat races today too.
I want to see a little bit of everything on this before we get back to real racing, so I'm looking forward to Talladega. You know they're going to race Talladega.
It's so good to be back in action. NASCAR on Fox.
Michael's at the racetrack, like the actual racetrack. He's at Charlotte.
And then last week, Timmy Hill pushes William Byron out of the way to get the checkered. I love being at the track.
Dale Jr. is going to win Talladega. We're pretty certain of that, right?
The empty grandstands and hearing the silence of pit road. Oh no, I'm at the wrong track again.
That's a great reference. Okay, Michael Waltrip. Michael Waltrip made it funny. He did the wrong track commercial again.
Playboy, you've been practicing this morning. How's that been going?
I guess that's what you could call it, Mike. It's been a little ugly, bud. I'm not going to lie. I put a lot of hours in last night, actually. The boys, I was over there till probably 12:30 last night. Mind you, I told you I got to try to keep this thing away from my house. It will ruin your life if it's too close to the old bedroom, but went over and practiced last night, got some hours, got confident, felt comfortable, but man, I tell you, dropped the green flag on practice today, been struggling a little bit.
All right, Boyer, when we typically come to Bristol, things happen really fast at 15 or less second laps. A lot of rivalries have been built here. Some steam gets going up there between the ears. What's it going to be like today? We're going to see a lot of the same.
Michael Waltrip at the wrong track again.
I would say if you think
that was actually funny.
Fast, just think if it's poor old Rusty Wallace, you know, sitting there watching.
Clint Boyer driving a Smithfield car?
2 races, not once, but twice.
That's weird. Look at that. Was that actually what he was going to race at Bristol this week?
That was pretty good work, but I would say you're going to see some of that again today. Extremely challenging racetrack in the real sense, but when you get in this virtual thing, this car is extremely.
Can we put some sticky stuff on the bottom groove to even that shit out a little bit? Do they still have old Bristol on iRacing, like 2007 Bristol, before they reconfigured it? Does anybody know that? I would imagine it's still on there. We should be running old Bristol.
A lot of balancing, saving your tires and things like that. It's going to be tricky all day long.
All right, well, have fun with it if you can. We'll be along for the ride. Jimmy Johnson ready to race as we get set for the most unique and fastest qualifying.
Yeah, I've seen old Daytona. That's what had me thinking about old Bristol the other day. I was like, oh shit, old Daytona with the old grandstands and before the repave. So yeah, it'd be neat if they had old Bristol. I'm going to watch the, I'm not going to live stream to it, but I'm going to watch that short track tournament that NBCSN is running with like Dale Jr., Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, and some other guys on some short tracks. They're going to race Myrtle Beach. And the replacements are going to run street stocks at Myrtle Beach this week. I think Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to watching that. I've not watched a street stocks race on iRacing before. But Myrtle Beach is probably a good track for it. My God. I'm not used to having a crowd here. I put no video on the top. How long till somebody asks me if I'm going to show the race? Nobody's asked me if I'm going to show the race yet, even though I put no video in the title. I get asked all the time, you going to show the race? Why don't you show the race? I can't. Legally or otherwise. I did not like how the Cup cars looked racing at Kansas when the replacements ran Kansas a couple weeks ago. It looked like fucking Daytona. It looked like late 90s Daytona. Train out against the outside wall. That's not how they run Kansas. But it's just because the Cup cars and the Cup aero package and everything in iRacing, it's just like, oh, this is just like running restrictor plates or whatever. They race on iRacing how NASCAR wanted them to race in real life, but didn't quite get it right. Because in real life, it just doesn't look like that. It just looks like every other Cup race for the last 10 years, but slower, and maybe they stay a little closer together. But like on iRacing, it makes them race in a pack. Yes, WrestleMania at 7 o'clock. Can I show the race? No! I cannot show the race. I'm just here to react.
And before the big event, tune into the WrestleMania 36 kickoff show.
May 24th, Coca-Cola 600 is going to be the first race back. I'm fairly optimistic they'll be able to run it without fans in the stands.
Virtual Bristol Motor Speedway set for qualifying.
Fairly
Here's
optimistic.
how this works. The qualifying session is 3 minutes. That's all.
I thought they were already qualifying.
Anytime during those 3 minutes for their 2 laps. However, they
We only got like 2 hours.
Jeff, there is no
This race ain't going to end till like 4 o'clock.
If only we had this in the real world. It's so hard to get yourself into a slot.
Is it not on your local Fox affiliate?
At these kinds of speeds, like I mentioned,
Because I know some people were pissed last week because not every Fox affiliate showed the race. But it's on FS1, but I know not everybody gets FS1.
A few minutes, so thankfully in the iRacing
There's Dale
world,
Earnhardt Jr. in the number 8 Filter Time Chevrolet.
You make a clear lap for these guys, so I love it. We're going to see all of them, and we're going to watch our time.
So they're actually going to show qualifying this week,
Luckily
and
for
then the
these
qualifying
guys, they
races.
don't have to worry about getting in anybody's way or wrecking.
Now, with one caveat, and that is drivers have found that by riding the wall, they can improve their lap times. iRacing is monitoring this. They've told the drivers, stay off the outside wall. Or your lap may be
So there's a glitch in iRacing at Bristol. If you just ride up against the wall, you'll go extremely fast. So that's kind of stupid.
Up into the banking, but also if you just nick the wall slightly with that right side, I could pick up a 10th or 10th and a half. If you rim road around the top, heck, you could pick up almost a half a second.
That's pretty funny. Realistic. I thought iRacing was realistic.
31 drivers invited, and a change to the format.
See, I'm a console scrub, so I play NASCAR Heat 4 occasionally. I run the wall at Bristol, but I don't grind into it. I do bounce off it a little bit sometimes.
Obviously couldn't quite handle all of the 80-plus drivers that wanted to be in this race. So Saturday evening on NASCAR.com, drivers from the other NASCAR series get their chance to compete in qualifying.
That race last night was absurd.
Feature event on Saturday.
Those ARCA cars looked great, though.
Sunday afternoon here, Cup drivers only.
I love this format, Mike. I love these heat races that we're going to see these guys racing to get their starting position. Kind of reminds me of the duels a little bit in Daytona.
Right now, Dale Jr. is third on the board. William Byron's fastest in qualifying. Shocking. John Hunter Nemechek second. Dale Jr. third. Landon Castle fourth. Alex Bowman fifth. Alex Bowman's really fastly becoming good at this. Fastly. Quickly. Alex Bowman is actually getting good at iRacing.
Went to the top over John Hunter Nemechek, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Why do I feel like William Byron's just going to lead every lap
Come down
today?
to the end. Boy, 3 minutes goes by fast.
Yeah, William Byron putting up a great lap there.
William Byron's going to lead every damn lap.
He is on iRacing. How about you? How'd your qualifying go?
Not any good. I actually spun out struggling. I don't know. I was really confident. I actually got up this morning, took Cash and Presley over to the barn, practiced qualifying for this very moment, and I blew it, spun out. Then I didn't. I don't know. I was trying to reset and didn't understand the rules there.
Clint
so
Boyer's car is a
that's
Smithfield car. It's painted just like Almirola's car.
But boys, I'm going to be coming. I'm going to watch them all wreck. That is one thing I will do.
I think plenty of that's coming.
So it's worth pointing
No
out
Greg Biffle this
that
week?
in the heat race, each driver has 2 what iRacing calls fast repairs. We've been calling them resets. You can come to a complete
They're
stop,
giving them
hit the
2?
road, get a new car. And you can't carry those 2 resets over to the feature. For the 150 lap feature, you also have 2 resets per driver available if needed.
They're back to doing 2 resets. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
Mike, I was going to tell you how many resets I would need if I were out
2
there.
resets is too much. Just make it 1.
Jimmy Johnson.
If you get wrecked, too fucking
How
bad.
you doing, Jimmy? Good to have you joining us, buddy.
Jimmy Johnson via Scop. He's got a new setup. Oh, Jimmy Johnson's got more of a NASCAR-friendly setup this week, guys.
Take every reset they give me, JG. There is no doubt. I made it through qualifying.
Jimmy Johnson's not driving laying down this week.
Or reality with qualifying, so at least there are some things that are still consistent.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I made some laps. I couldn't believe how difficult this is. And then you see guys like William Byron and some of these guys that have a lot of laps and can put up these crazy numbers and laps. And I know you've been working hard. You've been doing Indy cars as well as NASCAR.
Take William Byron,
you've been busy on the
Dale Jr. and
I have been busy on the 2 sim
John Hunter
Nemechek.
Nemechek.
I've had to learn more about computers and webcams and all this stuff than anything. But it's been a blast.
Yeah, but I mean, I think 2 resets is too much because we need to thin the field a little bit. The field needs to be thinned out so we can actually see some racing. Because I don't think we're going to see a lot of racing in this.
You got gas, thank you.
So qualifying is complete, and the cars are lined up for heat number 1.
Heat race number 1, William Byron, Dale Jr., Alex Bowman, Christopher Bell, Parker Kligerman, Chase Elliott. 16 cars per heat race. There's 2 races. Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, Matt DiBenedetto, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones. And rounding out the first heat race. Oh yeah, Joey Logano's back this week. Jimmy Johnson, Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kurt Busch.
Jimmy, Daniel, Ricky, and Kurt have the final 4 spots on the grid.
Heat race number 1.
The finish
going to be the best racing of the day because it'll be caution free. Give it up to Dale Jr. Dale Jr. is really good at this. I'm so proud. As an Earnhardt fan. Yeah, the heat races will determine the order for Maine. The top 16 qualifiers are in the first race. The back half of the field run the second race.
They're going to see one heck of a show.
2 resets for everybody. I still don't like that.
On iRacing and to participate in. It's not easy to make a pass in these cars, so we talked about that bump and run. We'll have to see if these guys get that aggressive in this.
Looking forward to Martinsville, though. Oh, they're going to race Martinsville in this in a couple of weeks. They got the short spoilers on the cars, which is accurate for this racetrack.
Yeah, so we won't have any cautions in these heat races. We will have them in the 100.
Okay, I was never a fan of that 88 paint scheme Alex Bowman's driving, but it looks pretty neat. Green flag. That outside line is so important. If Bowman can clear Dale Jr., no, he won't. Okay, Byron's already gone. Byron's like half a lap ahead already. Dale Jr.'s in second. Oh, Alex Bowman about spun out. He's stuck on the inside. And he clears himself in front of Parker. Kligerman goes to the inside of the 88. That's not going to work. So far, so good, but then again, there's only 16 cars. Why is Eric Jones 3 laps down already? Did Eric Jones miss the start of the race? William Byron's paint scheme is sexy. That's a sexy race car.
Jimmy Johnson, we just spoke to him.
I'm glad they're doing heat races. This is kind of like an extra practice race for these guys that need the experience.
Here we go on board. You know, Mike, one of the most focused efforts you'll ever see for a race car driver is running at Bristol in the real race car. But
I love Bristol so much, but
look at Jimmy Johnson.
Bristol and iRacing doesn't look like that much fun to me.
He is right here in this heat race.
It's like tiny Darlington, which Darlington traditionally is one of my favorite racetracks in the video games. I'm a badass motherfucker. Get me in that NASCAR Heat 4 at Darlington, buddy. I'm badass. My best tracks are Darlington, Bristol, the Charlotte Roval. Okay, Junior's not that far behind Byron. It looked like Byron was half a lap ahead earlier. Clean race so far. Although Ryan Blaney's got some rear end damage, I'm seeing now. He's in 5th place. That rear end damage shouldn't hurt him at all, if this is as realistic as they say it is. Chase Elliott's looking under Blaney for 5th.
First of all, you're going to have to do it very clean.
We are 10 laps in out of 50.
You might be okay in the 150 lap race later, but in this heat race, you're going to have to.
Remember a couple years ago they did heat races in the Xfinity Series? I remember because Dale Jr. won. He won the Xfinity race at Richmond. That time they did heat races. I'm not opposed to heat races. I like the idea of heat races. For years they tried to make qualifying interesting with that group qualifying shit, but I always thought that heat races were the answer.
Ran 10 iRaces at Bristol this week, winning half of them. Now all these cars have the same setup. But interestingly, I saw Alex Bowman dragging the track bar adjuster into the corner, while the other cars were not.
Well,
I saw sparks from Jimmy Johnson's car, too.
There are bumps on this racetrack, so it depends on where your line is, whether they pick up those bumps. It might have something to do with how much speed you carry into the center. Maybe some others going a little bit easier, don't run as high of a line. So
I saw the 95, and I wanted to call it Matt DiBenedetto. It's Christopher Bell. Every time I see that particular version of the 95, I still think DiBenedetto, but it's Bell. Bell. Pretty sure I called him DiBenedetto on like lap 1.
Hard to work in the back of Bowman there. Parker Kligerman looking on from 5th place.
It's the William Byron and Dale Jr. show. They're pretty far ahead of everybody.
I mean, when you're in these sim rigs and your view is out the windshield, it makes it feel like you're in a real race car. Your palms start getting sweaty and everything.
Kligerman's not holding the top. He's running middle to the bottom, which is interesting.
And there is some tire fall off, guys. There is some tire wear. There could be some fall off where if you save those tires and keep that clean,
I can't believe how clean this has been.
Later in this race.
Then again, these were the 16 fastest guys in qualifying, so. Joey Logano's got some right front damage. He's in 11th.
And Joey with a little bit of contact to the outside wall. You can see that right front fender.
Joey's got a nice little setup there. Pretty low key. Nice foosball table in the background in Joey Logano's house. He's got his Auto Trader helmet sitting next to him. Supposed to be wearing that thing, dude. You're racing. Wow, Jimmy Johnson passed somebody. Jimmy Johnson passed somebody for position. That's crazy. He passed Logano for 11th. We're 20 laps in. Told you, William Byron's going to lead every lap of every race he's in today.
Well, it is very slight damage on Logano's car. Can't even see it from this.
You could see Logano's damage from the onboard. You couldn't see it. Oh, they got visor cam on Dale Jr. this week. Very nice.
You see how important it is to get that clean air. So I promise you, Dale Jr. is trying to figure out as we get to the halfway point in this race, will I be able to get up there and make a move on
Junior's moved down a little bit. Looks like, let me watch the line Byron's running. Byron and Dale Jr. have both moved down a little bit. They're running the middle now.
But hey, Dale Jr. is very good at pacing himself and saving those tires.
And who did Byron start for?
Dale Jr. is exceptional at saving tires. He was like that in real life.
That's right.
Go watch that race at Darlington last year that he ran. That really translates over into iRacing because tire management is so important.
So cool to listen to that throttle just like the real thing. You see Chase Elliott goes up the hill there in 3 and 4, makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall. So, you know, in qualifying, you were not allowed to touch the wall because it gave you an advantage. Here in this race, there really is no advantage because all you're
Oh, Chase ran up on Blaney. A little bit of a bump. You know, it's really hard to bump and run somebody when they're running the outside lane because you bump them, where the fuck are they going to go? That's the problem with the modern Bristol. You know, you can't really bump somebody in iRacing because they're just going to brush up against that wall, and you're already running the wall anyway.
Number 6 there. Just past halfway.
Chase Elliott again, pretty heavy contact with the right side there in 1.
Chase is going to beat the nose off of that car.
What does he have with his sim rig that you and I don't have? Look in the upper right corner. That's an Emmy.
Oh, he sure does.
Yeah, that was noticed in Los Angeles and passed on to us.
Chase is under Blaney for 5th. And slide job. Oh, didn't work. Contact.
The slide job by Chase Elliott.
Well, I mean, he body slammed Blaney, but I think he's going to get the position. No, he's not. Oh, and Michael McDowell body slammed Parker Kligerman.
Sorry, is that John Hunter Nemechek?
No, McDowell. McDowell tried to slide job Parker Kligerman and just slammed him in the door.
I guess we're not the only ones jealous of that image.
Chase finally got around Blaney, so moved Chase Elliott up to 5th.
Somebody's been black flagged for bouncing off the wall. That would be Chris Buescher. Excuse me, Ricky Stenhouse.
Ricky Stenhouse. Oh, come on, iRacing, leave him alone. Stenhouse just hits the wall anyway.
To his buddy Chase Elliott, because Chase Elliott.
They black flagged Stenhouse for rim riding. Did McDowell just move Blaney out of the way? God, Blaney's getting bull. Oh, and Blaney. Oh, man. Blaney sent that thing into the corner to try to hit Michael McDowell. Now Blaney might get black flag because he's starting to run the wall and slam into it a lot. Is iRacing going to fix that one of these days? Blaney was rim riding the wall just to try to get back to McDowell and knock the shit out of him. Now Blaney's dropping like a rock. Kligerman's getting by him. Kligerman's got some pretty significant right rear damage. And Blaney's been beat up so bad. Good thing it's just a qualifying race.
Which establishes that inside row from this first heat in your starting position, you do get a fresh race car. So they're not worried about the damage that's in this heat race moving forward. It's really just the damage that occurs in this actual event. Jimmy Johnson now moving up there. He talked about watching some of these guys. We talked to him earlier, talking about what some of these guys wrecking. And
Jimmy Johnson's running up on these guys. He's driving a smart race. 15 laps to go.
Clint, what are you seeing here?
William Byron's 2.5 seconds ahead of Dale Jr.
See a lot of this 24 car, and I think
oh, around goes Blaney and DiBenedetto. Look out, Jimmy. Poor Ryan Blaney. Why the hell is everybody beating up on Blaney? Oh, and then Logano body slam Blaney. Dude, Blaney's going to break something. I swear. Can we get an onboard with Blaney? Because he's just getting bullied around.
William Byron, I'm looking at the line that he's running a little bit lower than the classic line that everybody else has been running around here. So I think there's something to be said about that as well.
Yeah, Boyer said what I said. William Byron and Dale Jr. have moved down. They're not running the wall anymore.
No chance.
McDowell's car has most of the sheet metal knocked off it. Not sure if Kligerman will be able to finish that job or not.
So
poor Blaney.
Started when it looked like Chase Elliott did a big slide job on his buddy Ryan Blaney that ended up making contact, putting Ryan in the wall, and then it just seemed like, oh, heck,
what was that about? These guys are supposed to be.
William Byron is 3.5 seconds ahead of Dale Jr. now. Stretching it out.
Each other into the wall. I mean, coming through, buddy.
Well, you know, last week everybody bought sim rigs. They didn't have one.
Christopher Bell's run up on Dale Jr. for second. Wow.
Next week, if this stays up much more.
Don't wreck Dale Jr. You'll definitely hear about it on social media.
All right.
Christopher Bell, 10 to go. Now come to 9 to go.
Bell might get Jr. for second here. Now Jr.'s moved back up and it's working. He's holding off Bell.
Just like real Bristol, right, Jeff?
Yeah, and there's
so
Jr.
many
realistic features. I mean, from how you use up the tires, how you rim ride up there against the wall, how you diamond this racetrack to get a run off the exit, how the car gets really loose on the exit under...
4-second lead for William Byron.
Second place at stake here.
Christopher Bell going to handle this if they get down to the closing laps? You never want to wreck Dale Earnhardt Jr., but can he...
You don't want to be, yeah, Jeff's right. You don't want to be the guy that runs over Dale Jr. You'll have to turn your Twitter off for a month. Guys used to say they would race Dale Jr. differently because they didn't want to fuck up and screw him over and have to hear about it for the rest of their lives. So Dale Jr. kind of has a psychological advantage, if anything.
And showing a lot of speed here at Bristol here.
Junior's holding him off pretty well. I think Bell might have burned his tires up trying to get around him because he was working pretty hard to get to his inside.
6 seconds. The race is for second.
Oh, God. Bell sent that thing in.
You know, William Byron in 4 laps, he will win this heat race, which will put him on the pole for the main event. Think about it. 3 completely different tracks in this Pro Invitational iRacing events, 3 different weeks.
Bell got the Junior's outside. He ain't made the pass yet, but Junior's leaving it open. Now he's not. Ooh, now, yeah. Bell's there. Bell's got it. Move Bell to second.
Boy, that was it. And once he got that outside lane, he is gone.
Wow. Somebody out-saved Dale Jr. on tires. 1 lap to go.
Just ahead of race leader William Byron in the 24.
William Byron on a computer. Jeff, lap traffic ain't going to mean nothing. We're not going to be green long enough for these guys to hit lap traffic in the race later. William Byron wins the first heat race.
To the day there for the 24, William Byron.
There you go.
Now, folks, we've each said night. We don't have it all confused, but it is dark in the studio here, so might as well be.
Good heat race, good and clean.
So William Byron, in his Hendrick Chevrolet, picks up the win. And, yeah, virtual crowd applause.
A standing ovation from the crowd. William Byron, Christopher Bell, Dale Jr., Alex Bowman, Michael McDowell, the top 5.
Alex Bowman, Michael McDowell, Bigerman, Reddick, Logano, Bush, and Blaney.
Dale Jr. will start 5th in the main event. Come on, I know that's what you guys care about. Eric Jones didn't run the qualifying race. I don't know why. Heat race number 2, John Hunter Nemechek, Landon Castle, Garrett Smithley, Ryan Priest, Denny Hamlin, Timmy Hill. There's some big names in this one as far as iRacing skill. A lot of strong iRacers in the top 6. Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Brad Keselowski, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson. I am fucking thirsty.
Brad Keselowski's back. Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson.
Chris Buescher, Ross Chastain, Clint Boyer, and Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte back again this week.
Oh, he's coming forward, Mike. He's coming forward in this race.
So I think this race will probably be a lot more competitive. William Byron smoked him in the first one.
Lights are out on the pace car. Nemechek will lead them to green.
Booby la booby.
I saw, and this is really going to play out in the race after this, our main event, 150 lapper, is how much saving your tires did matter. We saw we're about halfway through this race, all of a sudden some cars started coming to the front, so watch for some more of that in this second heat race.
Pace car is going to make that hard left turn.
Yeah, I was a little jealous of that Emmy there sitting on the shelf for Parker Kligerman. We got to work on that, Mike.
Nemechek and Castle, then Smithley and Priest, Hamlin and Hill. Neat thing on Denny Hamlin's hood, saluting all the FedEx workers that are out there trying to get packages delivered in these tough times for everybody.
Neat paint scheme on Bubba's car. A little STP throwback there.
Here we go. Green flag.
And around goes whoever that was back there. Somebody spun out immediately in the very back.
And that outside lane took off.
And yeah, look at Landon Castle.
I think that was Buescher that spun out in the back. Oh, Denny Hamlin in the outside wall. Around goes Bubba. Nope, Bubba saved it. What a save. Denny Hamlin crashed, though.
No caution flags in this week.
Took Austin Dillon with him.
Each driver has 2 resets he can use during this qualifying heat.
Bobby Labonte made it through.
Priest, Hill, and Smithley. Smithley picked up a sponsor for iRacing this week, and they are also going to be on his real Cup car at the Brickyard. Kind of nice that commerce continues in this sport.
John Hunter Nemechek's got a half-second lead over Landon Castle.
That's Ryan Priest just ahead of Timmy Hill.
Yeah, great run by Timmy Hill last week at Texas. You know, I really was anxious to see the difference between iRacers when they go from 1.5 miles like Texas. We're drafting.
I think the skill gap between the real sim racers and the other guys is going to be very profound when the race starts.
From one track to another, or real world experience at Bristol, you tend to see guys that actually race well in the real world do very well at Bristol. Hey, Jimmy Johnson, tell us about how things went in that first heat race, and what are we going to expect in the 150 lapper?
Man, I was trying to take the philosophy of saving my tires, trying to be smart with things. And then I was working my way through the field, went for the slide job, and got it wrong and collected Matty D. And then
there were some failed slide jobs in that first heat race. A handful of failed slide jobs.
Try not to do that again, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like you were coming forward. We saw some other guys do some slide jobs. Don't worry.
It was about as failed as Larson's against Kyle Busch at Chicago.
And we saw other guys stack up as well. But we saw you coming up through there, passing.
Kyle Busch is live streaming his onboard camera for iRacing.
The main event when it comes up here soon.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Have some fun.
Got you back now.
Yeah. Sorry we lost you, but have fun. That was cool to watch.
All right, third place is
battle for third.
Ryan Priest, with Timmy Hill trying to make the move, and Garrett Smithley. Hill looks to the outside. No.
Well, we saw with Christopher Bell, he made that move late on Dale Earnhardt Jr. Getting to the outside, I think Dale Jr. is probably a little generous to Christopher Bell in the closing laps there, so he didn't get wrecked. But, you know, right here you see Priest is running that lower lane. Timmy Hill's trying to get to the outside, but now he's going to go to the inside.
Hell of a battle for third.
Those, track bar adjuster mounts seem to be dragging when the car's in the low lane, not so much up in the high groove.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to talk.
Good observation by Mike Joy. He's picked up on this iRacing stuff faster than I have. I got to be honest, I'm new to watching iRacing, but I'm starting to really enjoy it. I've seen various clips and things from iRacing over the years, but I'm new to actually watching races and learning the physics of it and everything. As similar as it is to real life racing, it's nice after a few weeks of watching this to really understand how things work, whether it's tire wear or whatever.
Now, all four of last week's top finishers, plus opening round winner Denny Hamlin, are in this qualifying heat. I understand we have William Byron on the line, who just drove to what looked like a pretty much of a cakewalk first heat win. Congratulations.
I think Byron's finally going to get his win today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We had a good qualifying lap there. The track temp is a little different for the heat race, so I tried to save my tires as best I could. And it really just once we got to the back of the field there, just try to ride a little bit. So yeah, I feel good. It's just going to be a pit strategy race and trying to keep track position, try to race. It looks like John Hunter's pretty fast and Ryan Priest, so those are the guys I'm looking out for.
Yeah, William, I was going to ask you that question of who you're watching in this heat race.
I'm amazed at how everybody's starting to run middle to bottom.
To battle the most, but also you mentioned lap traffic.
There's Booby LaBooby trying to get into 10th place, trying to hold off Boyer.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because I feel like, with
I'm so surprised Martin Truex doesn't do these races, because he used to sim race a lot with Dale Jr. back in the day. Whoa, Bobby Labonte got really... Oh, no! Boyer in the wall. Bobby Labonte got really tight off the corner and stacked up, and Boyer ran into the back of him, and then Boyer hit the wall. Talk to Clint. What the fuck was that?
All right, here's Clint Boyer running in the 12th spot. Clint, you had a try at Bobby Labonte, had a swipe at him anyway there.
Yeah, I was trying to stay off of him, and then I tried to stay off of him.
Boyer tried to not wreck Bobby Labonte and wound up wrecking himself.
Yeah, he turned frustrated. Is this Bristol?
Exactly. Clint, I was going to ask you, we saw you make that heavy contact, so how much has that actually changed the car's handling?
Well, the next time I catch the old
Bobby Labonte made a great move at the start of the race. He missed the clusterfuck with Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. Here's the onboard when Boyer busted his ass. Ah!
It was on the bottom and lost some momentum, and you just barely clipped him as you guys came off of turn 2. If you could have cleared him right there, you'd have been smooth sailing.
Yeah, he's definitely really timing down. I am too. I got a lot of damage. Well, we're just halfway. This is not good.
Boyer just realized he's only halfway through the heat race and he's got some big damage on the right front.
It's Bristol. Frustrations, everything that we know of this place in real life is definitely
In race reporting from Clint Boyer.
Virtual race, but man, just
Take that, ESPN.
In this world, you can't dig yourself a hole. It's extremely hard to dig yourself out of it. Not having cautions and things like this, it really. Not gonna lie, I got Smithfield on the car. Kind of wishing I just had a bacon sandwich right now and a cup of coffee and go on to the feature, because this heat race is done for me.
All right, plug noted.
He's rolling back up on Bobby Labonte though.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Boyer's driving skills right
But they're both tight as hell right now.
It keeps working the bottom.
John Hunter's got a one.
He said he was gonna do it.
Oh, Boyer just wrecked him and Bobby Labonte.
There goes Boyer. No cautions in the heat race, 22 to go.
So Boyer took out Bobby Labonte and himself.
Yep.
Well, it's just a qualifying race. But Bobby Labonte's going to start in the back.
Garrett Smithley there. This is for 5th place.
And I talked about this in the real world, guys that are very fast at Bristol, Kyle Busch being one of them. And he's looking pretty good here in the iRacing too.
Come on, Boyer. It's just iRacing.
What's happened between Clint Boyer and Bobby Labonte? Yeah,
Oh,
he gets into the
God.
on the outside, had to check up. Boyer, nowhere to go, buddy.
It kind of looks like the same thing happened again. Bobby Labonte got tight and bounced off the wall, and when he came back down, Boyer ran him over. Kyle Busch trying to get past Garrett Smithley for 5th.
He and Kyle Larson.
Every week, Kyle Busch is getting better and better. They really need to hope Kyle Busch doesn't get that good at this, or he's just going to win all the time like he does everything else. Ryan Preece going around Landon Castle for 2nd, but Clint Boyer's in the way. Oh, Boyer! Boyer just cut down across Landon Castle and spun him out. Castle was racing for 2nd. So now Landon Castle's going to start in the back. Boyer's bouncing off the wall. He's just trying to stay off Preece and Timmy Hill. Ah, Boyer.
It was a nice move by Preece to try to use Boyer as a pick.
Well, it worked for Preece because Boyer took out Landon Castle. Boyer's starting to bounce off that wall, and he gained a lot of speed there. They need to take a look at that.
Use up that wall and get some more airtime for the sponsor.
15 to go. So the 14 of
Hey, Boyer, wreck Kyle Busch. He's right there.
There's Kyle Busch on the inside. That's the closest he's gotten to Smithley. To try to
Boyer! Well, Boyer just wrecked Garrett Smithley and Kyle Busch. Well, now Kyle Busch saved it. He kept going. Smithley just got sideways. Larson passed Smithley now. Good God, Clint.
Pace car and hit it. That'd be the only thing you hadn't hit during this race.
Harry Hogg, Days of Thunder. Wonderful. Larson picked up a few spots then. There goes Boyer. Boys, the wheels have come off. The good news is, Clint, you still qualify for the main event.
Yeah.
What a mess.
I give a damn, bro.
Well, yeah, they're going to show the main event on TV. Like I said, I can't show the race, legally or otherwise. But, yeah, they're going to show the main event. We're coming to 10 laps to go in the 2nd heat race. At least Clint Boyer was making a show out of this for all the wrong reasons, though. Kyle Busch up to 4th, going for 3rd on Timmy Hill.
Nice job coming up through the field here and saving those tires like we heard Jimmy Johnson talk about.
Oh, you're watching from the Philippines.
I'm telling you, he is great at Bristol in the real world.
Look in the title of my video. No video. I can't show the video. I'm just live reacting to the race.
Playing in the dirt.
I'm excited, Mike. Next week, next Wednesday, go to Knoxville.
I told y'all somebody would ask, though.
Sprint cars and late models.
Home of the great Knoxville Nationals.
I think Kyle Busch is going to get to the outside.
Kyle Busch is going to get by Timmy Hill for third. Oh, no, he had a little moment there off of 2.
He's working them, and you see the different driving styles. The guys that run Bristol really well.
Nothing's changed. I'm watching the race in the afternoon. I'm going to watch WrestleMania tonight.
To run that bottom groove, he's having to check up a little bit.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Landon Castle's back up to 6th after that mess with Boyer.
Blue car of the body is 7 laps down. It's been reset, brand new tires and all. So it'll be come up on these cars pretty quickly. 6 to go.
What a great battle.
Boy, the leader has such an advantage.
And 5th.
Kyle Busch finally got to the outside of Timmy Hill, but Timmy Hill stays clear.
Kyle Busch put the pressure, trying to make that outside lane work for Timmy Hill. He gets these big runs, but just not able to make anything happen. Timmy Hill closes the door as they come up on the straightaway.
Kyle's got to run if he has room.
He might be able to get through this time.
Ew, Larson all over the back of Kyle Busch.
42 Larson there.
Oh, Timmy Hill, just give it to him, Timmy. He's there. Kyle's there.
This lap car ahead play a factor.
Kyle Busch going to get a big run off the corner.
Yep, then there's Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch to third. I'm telling you, man, Kyle Busch is getting better every week.
In NASCAR's 3 national series, Kyle Busch has 22.
If Kyle Busch can't figure this out, I'd be shocked. So it doesn't surprise me at all that he's running as well as he is. Kyle Larson passed Timmy Hill for 4th. We had a battle for the lead. 2 laps to go. Ryan Preece rolled up on John Hunter out of nowhere. 1 lap to go. Side by side for the lead. Wow. Last I looked, Nemechek was ahead by over a second. Loose off the corner, John Hunter. Preece is going to send that thing in. Slide job. Can't get there. Side by side photo finish. John Hunter Nemechek wins it. John Hunter Nemechek. That was a photo finish for heat race number 2.
That was close.
Okay, that was fun. That was good. And that was just the heat race.
Statman says margin of victory 0.006 seconds. John Hunter Nemechek, the winner over Ryan Preece.
6/1000ths of a second. John Hunter Nemechek.
At the line.
I'm guessing lap traffic or tire wear slowed John Hunter down because John Hunter was gone most of the race.
There in that heat race.
Well, Preece timed it all but perfectly.
Just couldn't get a run off that off of turn 4 on the bottom, or Preece would have got it. There you go. That's the heat races out of the way. And the main event is next. I'll be right back. I gotta go get something to drink. My throat is dry as a motherfucker. Hold up, I gotta message my favorite uncle. It's his birthday. Whew, about to drop my phone. If I can find my favorite uncle in my message thing. There he is. Okay, let me, I want to scroll Twitter and see what everybody's thinking of the race right now. Well, the qualifying races. Man, if the main event goes just half as smoothly as those qualifying races, we can say we had a good day. I like how they're doing it local short track style. Heat races and all that stuff is fun. I get on Twitter and the first thing I see in all caps, Boyer, what are you doing? Telling you, this has been the best publicity iRacing could have ever gotten. Some people are talking about they've got the driver audio up, and I like to listen to that after the race. I'll watch the regular race broadcast, then I'll go back in the week and find the driver audio, because the driver audio from these races has been amazing. It's been so fun.
Country, the NASCAR community wants to salute
And thank all the medical professionals.
doctors,
Scientists,
nurses, first responders, and everybody on the
Clint
front
Boyer
line.
needs to park it.
We are with you,
We're here with you.
and we'll continue to do our part
and staying home and social distancing.
so that we can all beat this
So we can all beat this.
So that we can all beat this together.
together, together,
Together.
together, together.
The NASCAR Foundation is working with the American Red Cross to help families in the Bristol area impacted by the pandemic. You can help by making a donation at NASCARFoundation.org/response. And we also want to thank Food City and their associates for serving their communities, and to all the other frontline workers and first responders across the nation. We appreciate you and your efforts. Speaking of effort, how about John Hunter Nemechek, who drove away in qualifying round number 2? That went picture perfect.
Yeah, it definitely did. Denny about took us out there at the end, but our Ford Mustang was pretty good. Watched the first heat with Byron and learned some things from him from riding on board, and been practicing this week, and have Kane Cook driver coach me a little bit, and my interior guy from Front Row Motorsports, and fiance is here being the crew chief, so we have a whole group affair going on right now.
Yeah, John Hunter, tell us about those closing laps. Looks like you had a pretty good lead, and then all of a sudden we come on board, and it's, man, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell Priest caught
nose
him
to
there.
nose, side by side, in 6,000th of a second difference at the line. So tell us about those closing laps, how difficult that was, and what got you guys in that position.
Yeah, the last few laps was pretty difficult. Denny bounced off the wall there in front of me and kind of turned down, and I hit him in the left front with my right front, and I actually got tight after that. I couldn't quite run the line that I was running. I was struggling to continue to have speed, and lost quite a bit of time to Priest there when that deal happened. So I moved up to the top. It's really hard to pass here on the bottom, so I figured I would rim ride, try and stay up there, stay off the wall, and make the most out of the situation. And Priest ran me clean. He could have doored me and taken me out of contention and won the heat. But it was a really good race down to the end, and I'm just glad that we came home with the heat win.
All right, well, great job. Good luck in this next one.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
All right, well done, John Hunter. The last great Coliseum was built by Bruton Smith after he bought Bristol Motor Speedway. The Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame will induct Bruton during a ceremony in Nashville scheduled for June 27th. 150 laps of NASCAR.
Squeeze out another commercial, goddammit.
Bristol coming right up.
I don't like commercials in my real racing or my virtual racing, so it's good to get them in now before the race starts. God, I'm thirsty. Here we go. Diet Mountain Dew. It's only a coincidence that I'm drinking a Hendrick Motorsports sponsor. So the thing today, Kyle Busch is actually going to start with track position. And he was saying on the Dale Jr. download this week that, you know, if he could just start up front, he would have a much better chance because he gets taken out a lot and a lot of the miss. So Kyle's got his wish today. A good way to get video is to buy some fucking cable instead of complaining to me about it. Can't show the race. I said it 35 times and put it in the fucking title. Jesus Christ, people. Yeah, let me just go ahead and broadcast for you, because that's legal. Somebody get this man their Fox Sports Go account.
Pro Invitational series on iRacing. Bristol Motor Speedway. You have a chance to win cash during today's iRace. Download the Fox Bet 6 app. Correctly pick how 6 drivers will finish, and you could win up to $5,000.
Should I put no video in the title one more time?
Mike, if you want a little help from our very own Regan Smith, here's his top 6 rankings. That Dale Earnhardt Jr. first, Timmy Hill second, Jared Smith third, Clearman, Byron, Denny Hamlin. That's a pretty good top 6, I believe. I think that's a safe bet. As good as you're going to get.
We'll see if our winner comes out of
Damn, the Diet Mountain Dew is killing me.
We're going to go visit with one of our favorite couples and Bristol Motor Speedway's all-time Cup winner. Let's go to Franklin, Tennessee for today's invocation.
Oh my God, it's DW.
Stevie's going to read a verse from the Bible.
This is from Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be...
So, cool story. DW's wife, Stevie, they were good friends with the Earnhardts. And before every Cup race, Stevie would bring Dale Earnhardt a verse from the Bible to post on his dashboard during the race. And after Earnhardt died, she started doing it for Dale Jr. She would bring him a verse, and he would put it on the dash of the car. Pretty neat.
And protect those that are not. Give our leaders incredible.
So I'm guessing that's the verse she would have gave Dale today.
In your church. Calm our fears. Give us hope. Give us joy.
Not even a religious man, but that's very nice.
As we continue, Lord, to trust in you. Amen.
Early on in this struggle, Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks were among the first Americans to contract the coronavirus and to beat it. We're going to go to Los Angeles thanks to videographer Truman Hanks, their youngest son, as Rita Wilson delivers our national anthem.
Mute. I can't stand the national anthem. Oh, God. I'm not a patriot, y'all. I am so not a patriot. No. No, I'm proud of my country. I just get tired of hearing the same goddamn song over and over. Plus, our national anthem sucks. Have you heard the Russian national anthem? That's a fucking national anthem, brother. Even the Canadian national anthem is nicer than ours. Let's just be honest, America sucks at everything. Where's the video? Where's the video? Anybody else want to ask me about where the video's at when I put no video in the fucking title of the video? Huh? Anybody else? Look, there's no video. Well, you clicked on a video that said no video. Fucking morons. Can people not read? Is it really that hard to read? I mean, do I have to write it down and like send a letter to everyone in the world? I'd probably still get asked. National anthem over.
Fox.
I got one more commercial again. Fine. Where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? Anybody else want to know where the video's at? It's gone. Don't you know YouTube has banned videos? Gained some subscribers this weekend. I have 569 nice subscribers now. I don't know how I gained them. I don't think it was through this, was it? I don't know. It's so rare that I gain subscribers anymore. For a long time, I would gain subscribers every week, but boy, that tapered off. Still not even close to that magical 1,000. I'm sure that was one hell of a national anthem I didn't listen to. Don't you love when freeloaders with no cable come to your YouTube and complain that you're not showing cable? That's my favorite. You people have options, you know. Why does that lady that plays Tom Hanks, not Tom, Tim Allen's wife on that show look like Tim Allen?
30 years ago, Michael Waltrip had what was...
And unfortunately, he survived. I'm kidding.
in turn 2 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Folks, this was every bit as bad as it looked. But when they peeled away the sheet metal, a dazed young Michael Waltrip climbed out and walked away. There was a gate there, and the abutment at the end of that gate is what did all the damage to that car. And miraculously, Michael emerged from that unscathed. It's all concrete there now in turn 2, thank goodness. Well, it's WrestleMania weekend. And we have a couple of special guests from the WWE. Let's go to WrestleMania for today's command.
Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus
and this is
Christ.
my best friend,
Kill yourselves.
WWE superstar Mojo Rawley. That's right, Playboy. We're getting hyped for the second night of WrestleMania.
This makes me not want to watch. It's amazing how bad Mojo Rawley is.
This race. Drivers, start your engine.
Rob Gronkowski has proof that having an annoying personality doesn't mean you should be a wrestler.
Well, Larry Mack, that's a tough act to follow. But how about setting us up for the day?
Well, it's hard to believe. The first weekend of April, and we finally are short track racing. So let's take a look at our USAA race analysis. We're going to go for 150 laps, 80 miles. The fuel window, you can do it almost without stopping, 140 to 150 laps. Tire window, 100 to 110 laps. Pit road speed, 35 miles per hour. A fixed setup.
Everybody will pit at least once.
Has the same, a common setup determined by the iRacing officials. And Mike, you know the deal. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
Now, Larry Mack, I saw that 100-plus laps on the tires, but boy, after what we saw in just a 50-lap heat race and some guys having to save tires, I got to believe there's going to be a lot of fall-off if you run 100 or more laps on those tires.
And folks, we're not here to find the best iRacer in NASCAR. We're here to have some fun on a Sunday afternoon. And here's who's going to provide it. William Byron and John Hunter Nemechek, our 2 heat winners, are on the front row. Christopher Bell, Ryan Preece, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Kyle Busch, the first 3 rows. Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, McDowell, and Timmy Hill, last week's winner, Wickerman and Castle. Everybody transfers from the qualifying heats. Riddick and Smithley, Logano, Wallace, Busch, and Dillon. Back through 18th. Ryan Blaney out of the crew chief's box and into the driver's seat there in row 10 with Ross Chastain.
Hopefully Blaney has a better showing than he did in that heat race.
It's on iRacing this weekend.
Daniel Suarez and his dog.
Daniel Suarez and his dog.
Eddie Hamlin, who won the opening
And
round.
Booba La Boobie starting 30th.
Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, both got knocked around a bit in their qualifying heat. Ricky Stenhouse got part.
Speaking of getting knocked around, there's Clint Boyer in 32nd.
All right, Jimmy, you're getting ready to go green here, Bristol. We're going to be starting a little bit further back in the field. What's the plan?
Man, get to the front and have some fun. I'm wishing that we were in Bristol live and in person, but just thankful for everybody.
Trust me, Jimmy, we all were.
Show for the fans, have a little fun for ourselves, and you know, the crashing here hurts way less than it does in real life.
All right, good luck. Here we go.
This hurts your pride. Man, I want that William Byron car. That is such a good paint scheme.
32 drivers, 150 laps is the distance.
I like how Exalta lets people get creative with their paint schemes.
Pit stop strategy could well decide this.
And keep an eye on that outside lane. It's been the preferred lane other than the pole sitter, but on these opening laps, you really get position.
And the race starts on time this week.
William Byron jumps to the outside.
William Byron will lead every lap. Oh, poor Junior stuck on that fucking inside line. Oh, the 37 belt off the wall. Kyle Busch. Junior got through it, so. And caution is out. There you go. Good God. We couldn't make it one fucking lap.
What I was talking about, Mike, where you're gonna fight
one lap.
Get to the outside of somebody because that's the preferred line.
One fucking lap.
That's what Preece was trying to do. We saw, I believe it was Christopher Bell maybe moving up the racetrack, and when he did, Preece was made a little bobble and got into the wall and started all that.
Now we remind you that each driver has 2 resets if necessary. iRacing calls it a fast repair. You come to pit road, come to a complete stop, and boom, you got a brand new car.
Yeah, and that was unfortunate for Preece because he's finished second in his last 2 races. Second in the heat race, second last week at Texas. So, you know, I think he was looking for an opportunity to better that.
Dale Jr. and Kyle Busch didn't get any of that, shockingly.
According to scoring, he has stayed on the racetrack in 25th.
Well, let's wrap this caution up as fast as possible.
Clint Boyer may have dodged one there.
Did you see that start of the race, Jeff? I mean, I passed like 12 cars. First corner. That's how fast I am.
Well done, man. We knew you've been waiting for this opportunity in the 150 lap where you didn't want to use up all your good luck and skills in the heat race.
I tell you what, the wreck was so far ahead of me, I don't even know what happened. You might have to fill me in later.
All right, scoring has you 27th, Clint.
Passing cars left and right.
Yep, everybody's still on the lead lap.
And you got, are you in the inside lane or outside lane? If you're 27, you might be in that
There's some
inside
cars
lane.
further back with damage coming to pit road. Shouldn't need a reason. Bobby Labonte got a piece of that. He's got some pretty heavy damage on the front.
These boys are in trouble. First corner of the first lap, the first opportunity, and they're already using resets. Big trouble.
So Chris Buescher has made a pit stop, so has Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, and Bubba Wallace. Under this caution. Up front, it's Byron, Nemechek, and Bell.
I never expected a wreck to start that close to the front.
Kyle Busch.
With people that know what they're doing.
I think Kyle Busch got pretty fortunate right there. Yeah, he lost some positions, but I think he had minimal damage. Those guys that were on pit road all had heavy damage that they had to come in and repair.
Kyle has 8 Cup wins at Bristol.
I'd be pretty stingy with my resets today, even if I was in that wreck.
And there he sits in 6th place behind Kyle Larson. Parker Kligerman currently 11th.
I love all the different settings and rigs. We talked about Parker Kligerman having his hammy up there. on the shelf, but
How many more times are they going to talk about that Emmy he has?
Rig, or whether it's something you just mount that steering wheel to a desk, that's what's so cool to me about this type of an event, is seeing guys in their home or wherever their location is coming from.
All right, first caution on lap 2, contact between Christopher Bell and Ryan Preece. Lights are out on the
Rack 'em up, go again. 6 laps complete. William Byron, Dale Jr. still stuck on that inside. It's like the opposite of Martinsville. And Jr. got to the outside. Good shit. They're fighting so aggressively to get to the outside. That's what caused that wreck. Because you don't want to get stuck on the inside line.
Here comes the 18 of Kyle Busch. Larson's really wanting to get up in that outside lane. There he goes, going into turn 1.
Larson cleared Kyle Busch to get into the outside line.
Position 6, Hill in 7th, Earnhardt 8th.
So now it's all about how much of that right front tire, how much of that right rear tire are you using.
The old Bristol conveyor belt's going to form up now.
Because there is a piece of this strategy that's going to play out of when you come and get tires and how much long run speed your car is going to have.
Best thing about that, Jeff, is tires are free and you can have as many sets as you want.
You see, as we were on board there with Kyle Busch, a little bit of damage in that right front fender from that contact with Preece, the opening lap of this race.
Kyle Busch did get a little bit of damage.
Looks like his splitter might be knocked up a little bit there too. So far, so good. Doesn't seem to be holding them back.
And caution is out.
Caution.
We made it 4 laps. It's Boyer. What happened to the video?
I got bubbled.
Quit trolling me. What happened to the video?
Man, this is worse than real life. These guys forget his 150 lap race.
What happened to the video is that I can't show the video. Maybe the 50th person that asks me about the video wins a prize or something. Nah, that's Boyer's fault. He cleared himself in front of the 43.
It looked to me like he came up on Bubba.
You gotta rewind. That was on purpose. We were already wrecked.
Just like in the real world, we didn't go back quite far enough on that replay.
Yeah, I was already tore up.
So they made it 4 laps that time.
Payback. That's what you can get away with on this thing versus real. Look at poor Denny.
Yeah, Denny's pretty tore up.
Good God, Denny's got a lot of damage.
Look at poor
everybody.
Bobby, he's tore up. I think my guy's telling me to pit here. Oh, I got to pit. I got to pass Bobby.
Yeah, I would pit.
You got to remember,
if I was Boyer, I would pit.
Race director's in the other. I wish I had Bubba on my microphone.
So do we.
You only need one guy in your ear. Could you please come to pit road and get 4 tires? I am back on the pit box for the first time in 20 years. Help me, help you.
All I know, Larry's, you're already passing cars.
Yeah, but we're caution.
Don't run into the back of Junior.
Clint, Clint, you're the waiver runner.
He's the waiver runner. He's getting back.
Pass them all. There you go.
Just don't run into him, for love of God. We're under caution.
Well done.
This is a wreck fest. My gosh.
So we're told that Bubba rage quitted on you.
He should.
He turned his
gear off, man. My phone's probably blown. I hope it is. I can't wait to give him an earful. I think he already used both of his resets is why.
Wow, he had to use 2 resets already?
Well, if we got the free pass, we definitely want to come get 4 fresh tires. No question.
I love it. No matter what, the crew chief's still going to be on the box.
He's still doing his job. My frustration set in. Man, I need a beer really bad right now.
I wish he would drink a beer while he was doing
Clint,
this.
You'll be the last car on the lead lap, 29th, when we go back to green.
I don't even know that matters anymore, Mike.
Well, but you're still on the lead lap.
Is there like a reset for the whole race?
Well, as Larry says, tires are free. Might as well get a set.
And you can fix some of that damage maybe while you're there too.
Joey Logano?
It could be worse for you.
Now Joey's
a lap down behind you with coming off pit road with damage.
I think the pace car is actually in front of me. That's how bad I'm doing right now.
After that showing in that heat race, Boyer should have just turned that thing off.
All right, getting ready for the restart. I think the track crew's just about done cleaning up from this wreck. Time now for today's Goodyear driver profile. Oh, it's Kyle Busch.
At least Junior gets to restart on the outside now.
Top 3 series here,
Until one of these morons tries to slide up in front of him and takes him out.
Of course, all those wins coming on
Cost him a reset and valuable track position. We are 16 laps in.
2 caution flags. And we're back under green.
Green, green. On delay. Can we go longer than 5 laps? Can we set a new personal best?
Hamlin limping down around the inside. Another car with him. Byron out front. Nemechek, Bell, Bowman, all single file. Larson and Busch going at it again.
Yeah, Larson works so hard to try to make some of those passes happen on that inside.
And caution is out. We made it 1 lap.
Caution again.
Oh, God, this is fucking retarded.
3rd caution flag.
What happened?
Happened out of our camera view.
What happened?
So we'll have a look at replays and report when we come back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See, I told you this would turn out like this. Those heat races lulled me into a false sense of security thinking, oh, we might get through this without a bunch of bullshit, but no. Gonna be the easiest race William Byron's ever had. I don't know who this Randy the Plumber guy on Twitter is, but I'm definitely going to follow him because every video I see of this dude on Barstool is hilarious. Bubba Wallace, after he wrecked with Boyer, he said, that's why I can't take this shit serious. Bye-bye, and he cut his computer off. Text Cameron, he'll get a kick out of that. Bubba rage quit. That's our first rage quit in the NASCAR Pro Invitational Series. We've had 3 cautions in less than 20 laps. Boyer thinks he can drive like a fool because he has Almirola's sponsor on the hood. Tempers are flaring at virtual Bristol. Wow, we've made it a whole 10 minutes without somebody asking me about the fucking video that I put in the title that's not being shown. That's crazy, y'all. It's fucking nuts, ain't it? Anybody want to break the streak? Anybody want to get pissed at me because they don't have cable? Why'd you join the video? I ain't got cable. You can't go onto YouTube and buy like 1 month of the YouTube TV or the PlayStation TV.
Yeah, and the one if Kurt Busch goes outside.
Oh, Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson. Where have I seen that before?
Really close racing. The one was there. That looked like
that did well. Yeah, I mean they started stacking up and wiping out. Blaney got a bit of that.
Turned Jimmy into the outside wall.
And then Jimmy Johnson. Oh wow!
And then the
collided with the pace truck. Oh, good God.
Jimmy, tough day for
I don't think that needed to be a damn caution. Well, until Jimmy Johnson got turned all the way around.
I had the TJ Majors spotter pack as one of the options, and that's twice now he's cleared me, and I haven't been cleared. So everybody says TJ.
He's blaming TJ.
The virtual version of him is cost me twice.
Is TJ with Dale Jr. or Joey today? I'm assuming TJ's with Joey today.
We've seen a lot of cautions, a lot of heavy damage here early on. Looked like you're having a pretty good race so far until then.
Yeah, just trying to stay clean. I mean, we're all trying to do it, but it's just difficult to do so in the game. But they have the straight scar. I think it's
Video? Well, funny that you asked, Dark Knight Gamer.
Like the rest of the way.
Thanks, buddy.
No, there is no video.
Still on the lead lap.
Tell your friends, please.
So 26 cars.
Tell the world. It's a live reaction. You're not here to watch the race. You're here to listen to my witty observations.
2 down. And Jones and Wallace. NASCAR Race Hub is back Monday through Thursday.
That's why you're here.
6 p.m. Eastern Time on FS1.
Come on now. Working lap 25 here.
As William Byron and John.
William Byron, my prediction so far is true. William Byron has led every lap of the heat race and the main event.
How about a Sunday Fox NASCAR restart?
How about a NASCAR on Fox? Shut the fuck up.
The more crank it ups we can do, happier I am. Love it, especially here at Bristol.
What's going to happen? Another caution or somebody legitimately wanting to know if I'm showing video? Oh, it got cloudy at Virtual Bristol. Got to wonder how that's going to affect the track temperature. I say half sarcastically. Looks like we're going to complete one lap without a caution. Oh, William Byron's putting it on him. John Hunter, Nemechek, Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman, and Kyle Busch, the top 5. All right, Janet, I'll see you around. Oh my God, we've made it like 3 laps without a caution.
Kyle Busch all over Alex Bowman as they battle for 5th place or 4th place.
They're starting to get strung out a little bit, so that's helping.
He makes that slide job into turn 3 on Alex Bowman.
Oh, Kyle Busch. Virtual Bristol or real Bristol, it don't fucking matter.
Alex Bowman says, hey.
Bowman did not appreciate the slide job from Kyle Busch.
Slides up in front of the 88. He said, I'll remember that later. Be ready for me when I'm coming.
Larry Mack, what about fuel mileage? What about tire wear here under green?
Yeah, Mike, we talked about that at the top of the show. Fuel-wise, especially with all these cautions, you would not have to stop. What I'm monitoring right now is the fall-off. And we've not had a lot of fall-off yet, but we've only...
And the caution is out.
13 or 14 green flag laps. I think if we get somewhere up there in the 40 to 50...
We have another caution.
Right here, so this could create some interesting strategy, but we're just not seeing the fall-off that we saw in the heat race.
I like that Dale Jr. staying at 8th. He's getting to restart on this outside line and not lose any ground. I'd wait.
I would wait.
It's too early to pit.
I want to make this, Mike. Track position is going to be key. I probably want to try to figure it out how I can just make one trip.
So the caution happened before somebody new showed up and asked me about the video. Place your bets now on what happens next. The longest green flag run.
I'm with Larry. I mean, I don't think any of these leaders are going to come down pit road, but maybe some of those guys
too early to pit.
Are further down the field.
Somehow this is still better than that race last night.
Tires, just mix it up.
Looks like we had
Ty Dillon, the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Ty Dillon and Chase Elliott, perhaps. Oh, Ty Dillon bounced off the wall and took out Chase Elliott, and then Austin Dillon piled in. Then Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano piled in.
Upside down to turn 3.
Wow, he got double Dillon. So we'll take a minute and clean that one up.
Twice the Dillons, more the fun. Oh, jeez. They've only got like 35 more minutes to finish this before they're going to have to run over into that horse racing bullshit. Why is horse racing stuff still going on? during the old quarantine. I have video of Bubba Wallace getting pissed off on his stream. Let me check that out.
Back inside, full. Oops, clear. Come on, Clint! Oh, God! He's still down there. Still there. Yep, he just come up and wrecked the hell out of you again on purpose.
Y'all have a good one.
Damn. I'll be right back, guys. I'm back. Just one moment. Hello from Louisiana. Are you watching the race too? I hope you didn't come here to watch it because I can't show video, but people don't seem to understand that. You're from Louisiana. Don't tell me you're a Saints fan. If you're a Saints fan, I probably got to ban you from my chat. I'm just kidding. Saints fans get banned.
Is proud to support Feeding America's commitment to serving communities and individuals facing hunger across America. For more information on how you can help, visit Feeding.
I'm in North Carolina, but I'm a Falcons fan, so give me a break.
37 laps complete. Joey Logano hard at work. Joey, this has not been an easy first 40 laps for you, has it?
No, I've hit everything but the lottery here. No clue what I'm doing. They keep crashing. They keep going and then boom, they crash.
I'm with Joey. They keep crashing.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, don't worry. Boyer's hit everything but the pace car. So
Boyer is so bad he made Bubba Wallace rage quit.
Crazy race. You are so good at Bristol. Does any of that carry over here in the iRacing world?
Yeah, this is a lot different than the real world, is what I figured out. You know, I tried practicing a little bit, and I'm a lot better.
I'm in Western North Carolina.
Last night, but I'm still crashing like.
Not the mountains, but
All right, have fun.
just below the mountains. I'm in the foothills of North Carolina.
25 cars on.
Not terribly far from South Carolina. I'm about 40 minutes from South Carolina. Green flag, we're finally restarting. How many laps are we going to make it now? Boy, it's nice to converse with people on here that are not bugging me about video that I can't show. Clean restart. We'll see for how long. I love that camera shot they're using right there. Once again, William Byron's led every lap.
500 laps at Bristol, a single lane around the bottom, and it was about attrition. You know, we saw where it would take about half of the race to get down to about half the field of cars still left before these cautions started happening. This is what it's reminding me of.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Rutherford County. I'm in Rutherford County, about 40 minutes from Gastonia. I go to Charlotte Motor Speedway every year for the 600 and everything. Oh, Larson, Timmy Hill, look out, Junior. Ah, Junior made it through. Good job, Junior. And caution is out.
There's the caution.
Timmy Hill and Kyle Larson got together.
42, Larson was trying to get to the outside of Timmy Hill.
Moved Dale Jr. up to 6th.
And the right front of Timmy Hill made contact.
I guess, did Eric Jones not show up? I think Eric Jones had, like, internet problems, because Eric Jones did not run the heat race, and he's 40-some-odd laps down in this race. Basically, guys, let me explain. So, people show up to the stream confused, asking about, why aren't you showing video? It fucking suck. It's like, I do this live reaction just to, like, chit-chat with people during the race. Like, if anybody wants to stop by that's also watching the race, and, you know, I'm reacting to the race, it's not about, like, showing the fucking race. It's just, you know, a way to chit-chat with people. So I appreciate people who come by who are just also watching the race. They're like, hey, what's up? That's the reason I started doing this. And then coronavirus happened.
Flag of the day.
Blame me. It's 5 caution flags.
You sure when this is over, everybody will be anxious to get back to the real Bristol? Oh, I will.
Oh, man. I certainly will. I'm always...
Hey, when's the last time you saw a crowd like this for the Bristol Spring Race?
As a competitor, and a lot of fun as a commentator also.
There goes Suarez. He is the free pass car on this caution, so that'll put Daniel back on the lead line. Landon Castle's in 18th, Landon right in the midfield. Nice decorating job this week, by the way.
Wow, that's a hell of a setup Landon Castle's got.
How's it going?
Hey, I did that for you, Mike. I'm doing great. Yeah, I did that for you. It's dressed up a little bit better for my sponsor, Blue Emu. But, you know, we've called this as a race of survival today, and going to need to keep it in one piece. I really thought we had a shot at a front row starting spot in that heat race.
He thought he had a shot at a front row starting spot till Boyer got a hold of him.
Yeah, well, Boyer said that he got bubbaed in this race.
You live in Iredell County?
Boyered in the heat race.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he was doing. I was trying to give him lots of room, but sometimes it's really hard to tell how much room you're giving him. And, you know, I hate that happened. I was really saving my tires and was catching the leader at that point, but that's behind me, and now
this year I'm thinking about skipping the 600 even if it happens next month and going to Bristol in the fall. That's what I'm probably going to wind up doing. Because if the 600 happens on May 24th like they're planning, they're probably not going to let fans in. Even if they do, I don't feel comfortable going just yet. So I'm going to go to Bristol instead. Still going to the Roval, though.
Eastern time, it's the big one. You can find the telecast on foxsports.com/WrestleMania. Night number 2.
All right, we're going green. It's going to be lap 49.
And don't forget the kickoff.
Place your bets on the next caution.
At 6 p.m. Eastern time.
It amazes me. The restarts are so clean, and they get strung out a little bit, and they still manage to find a way to wreck.
Hear about drivers using up their resets. Chase Elliott used one. You heard Landon Castle. Whoa, William Byron jumps right on it.
Good God. Byron kills these dudes on restarts.
Easy lead.
Dale Jr. and Kyle Busch showing some speed on that outside. Car high, 88. Jesus.
Yeah, Mike, I would think as these tires start to wear and heat up and build air pressure, just like in the real world, that outside lane is going to...
The tire strategy is going to really play havoc like it did last night.
Like Alex Bowman in the 88, have to get to that outside lane as quick as possible.
And Alex Bowman's around. No, caution's got to come out again. There it is. We made it 2 laps that time. 2 laps.
Busch. As that one finishes up, 6 yellow line comes quickly here at lap 51.
6 cautions, 51 laps. Make that 52 now. Maybe racing Bristol was a bad idea. Maybe we should keep these morons on the big tracks. Where the video?
Or in this case, pace truck is out of the way. The leader can take off, and that's just what William Byron has done each time.
Yeah, and that's why the
Where's the video? That's a good question.
In iRacing, because
that's a great question.
We've seen in the past where a leader would almost take the outside lane in the real world because that
I still wouldn't pit here.
So important to carry the momentum off the corner, but in iRacing, that guy on the inside, as soon as that pace truck pulls,
gotta be honest, this race hasn't been very fun to watch.
The leader get the advantage each time.
Hey, Boyer. Yeah. I need you to stay out. I'm a little bit.
Where's the video? Oh, you spelled where wrong.
Are you kidding me?
Where's the video?
Are you kidding me? Look, I know tires are free, but I think we've already put 8 sets and 50 laps on you. I've already let him go.
Larry Mack's eating ice cream.
If you had a chance, I would take ice cream. A cold beer would be really, really good. I mean, Sunday afternoon, cold beer, I could definitely take one of those. But I'm telling you, new strategy. Let them all go. Let them all wreck. I'm going to win this race by everybody. Actually, by virtue of default.
You got nice fresh tires. Track position will be king. I'll be back to you next time.
Thanks for nothing.
Man, I want one of them ice cream bars Larry Mack has.
Have you seen Days of
That shit looks good.
Many. I can tell.
He might have been in it.
There is that chance.
I miss Alan Bestwick's laugh. It's a shame you guys don't have mics. We could do an Alan Bestwick laugh competition. Who's got the best impression of Alan Bestwick's laugh? That's my Alan Bestwick laugh.
And there would be jumbo shrimp.
It's not a bad one.
You know, it's an oxymoron. Shrimp the size of your fist and Dove bar.
You become Boyer's crew chief, you'll be wanting a lot more than ice cream.
This is true.
So when Mike Joy retires, they're going to hire Alan Bestwick on Fox, right?
26 cars on the lead lap. Ross Chastain, the first car 1 lap down. I believe it was Tyler Reddick who just got the free pass to get back on the lead lap with this 6th caution flag of the day. Russell, what's the record for cautions at Bristol? It's like umpteen or so.
It's a lot. Even in the
Could you imagine if they did 500 laps at Bristol on this shit?
But we are
Good God, we'd be here for a day. 24 hours at Bristol.
Halfway, about 20 laps from now. Wednesday night, we're going dirt racing at Knoxville, Iowa.
I might watch that dirt racing stuff Wednesday. Not going to stream it or anything. Because, like, dirt racing's not my particular area of expertise. It's fun to watch, though. But the races are short, so I might watch it. I want to know when the replacements are racing again this week. It's street stocks at Myrtle Beach.
It should be a fantastic show. I'm looking forward to being part of it again with Clint.
All right, the record for cautions in a cup race at Bristol is 20.
20.
We are not going for the record today.
Well, they sure look like they're going for the record. 20 cautions at Bristol.
See if he can jump up quickly into that outside lane.
And the green flag is out. 56 laps complete. Visor cam, Lennon Kessel.
Those tires chatter just a bit.
Dale Jr. stuck on that damn inside lane. Oh! 34 car, Michael McDowell. He saved it, though. Good for him. Wow, somebody made a save. Somebody actually didn't spin out. Junior got back in that outside line. There you go.
This looks and feels like the real thing. I mean, that's exactly the way if I was out there, I'd be driving with the amount of steering input, throttle input, the line I'd be running.
There's McDowell who's inside again.
I wonder why Jeff Gordon hasn't tried this yet.
Well, and I think Landon's played a smart race here. You know, he's already used up 1 reset in this race, as he mentioned. See, this is 21. It's Benedetto making an aggressive move. And I think he's just trying not to do anything aggressive.
We made it 4 laps, guys. 4 laps.
A lot of cautions.
Have we finally thinned out enough to where we can, like, run a race? Kyle Busch is 3rd, and he's trying to pass John Hunter for 2nd.
Going to work on Cup rookie John Hunter Nemechek.
Please tell me that slow car on the bottom is going to get the hell out of the way.
Don't look in your mirror now, John Hunter. One of the best there's ever been around this half-mile racetrack.
By God, guys, we've made it 6 fucking laps. 6 laps under green. It's crazy, bro. Okay, if there's a caution now, I would probably pit. Because it looks like they're starting to get a little strung out.
Jeff, you hear just that little bit of tire squeal from the onboard, which I guess is, since you don't have the buck dyno, you don't have the G-forces, that's got to be your indication that you're using up those tires.
Yeah, when I got the sim rig earlier...
Hey, remember earlier today when I said William Byron was going to lead every lap?
And that sound was valuable to me. Not only hearing the RPM, but hearing that tire, because you know when it's starting to
Guys,
slide.
we're approaching 10 laps under green.
You slid the front, and I did the rears. Usually when you start to slide the rears, it's almost too late.
Driver Christopher Bell in fourth.
10 laps under green.
Place on the leaderboard, Ryan Brees, after being part of that lap 2 incident, is back up into the top 10.
Let's give a credit to the guys that don't have any damage and haven't been wrecked today. Byron, John Hunter, Kyle Busch, Bill, Dale Jr. Jimmy Johnson's up to 13.
Of course, he won a couple of weeks at Homestead Miami Speedway. We talked about field. Denny Hamlin runs this race in his sim machine barefooted. He said he felt like he can react better to the pedals. He said, in fact, if it was not for heat and the environment inside of his regular race car, he would drive his race car barefooted.
And a lot of these guys have different setups as far as
Could you imagine trying to race barefooted and burn your shit off?
steering wheel that's just mounted to a desk.
God, it gets so hot in cup cars, it's crazy.
Like Denny Hamlin that has this motion rig that's almost like the real thing, or a real simulator that some of these manufacturers use to test on.
We have made it 14 laps under green.
This is one of the first places where we've really used heavy braking, and some drivers have a setup that almost
It's actually starting to feel like a race now.
Exactly like the real thing.
Look at these two. Why do I feel like I'm at Islip, New York?
Caution's out. Okay. Pit. I would probably pit now. Kyle Larson had a problem.
It reminds me,
and Daniel Suarez, it looks
all the way
like.
back to Dale Earnhardt Sr. when the front end was ripped off the car, and he was one of the fastest cars out there on the track.
What was that? Kyle Larson just pounded the back of Daniel Suarez's car and turned him around under caution.
They're going to park the 42.
I love it. Frustration kicks in even in the virtual world, just like
All
it does in the real world.
Pit now, guys. If pit road's open, come on down. They're all pitting. So here's the caution.
You see Kyle already has
Larson's running the bottom. Suarez rolls up on him on the outside.
off of turn 2.
And, okay.
I think
Oh, Larson tried to wreck Suarez and took himself out.
from something that must have happened earlier in this race.
Short track, short tempers.
It's not over
I
yet.
don't think this is over yet. It's like you
They're getting really pissed at each other.
Yeah. And that was the one we saw.
I don't know if this is continuing.
So Larson is a lap down.
And I think a lot of our leaders, and I do think a lot of our leaders have gone to pit road.
Jeff, they almost had to, because they had almost 40 green flag laps, but I think
That was the perfectly timed caution. It happened right near halfway point of the race.
we go back racing.
Pitting here is the right
We got
decision.
a lot of drivers that pitted the last caution that obviously stayed out, so this is going to be interesting to watch.
This is pretty
Yes, it
interesting
is,
now.
Larry. Yes.
But those guys up front had no choice. It was the perfect time. They had to pit right now.
Okay. So, folks,
What we saw last week, a black flag came out, and
They parked the 42, didn't they?
It was ejected, and this week,
Daniel Suarez and Kyle Larson have been parked for the remainder of the event.
That was a good little green flag run, though, all things considered.
Suarez can't blame it on his dog discipline.
yeah, well. We'll have to find out if Larson's bought any pets this week.
Jeff, I got some good news. We know that Parker Kligerman races here in this event and also works with the NBC Sports Group on NASCAR. However, Russell Wenrick has done the research. He's our stat man. That is not Parker's Emmy. His girlfriend, Shannon Ward, won that Emmy for coverage of the Rio Olympics. Feel better now?
Do you like how Clint Boyer pulled the Kyle Busch move on Bubba earlier and just like Kyle Busch blamed Bubba?
Really step our game up and work harder if we were going to get one of those on our show.
I think after today, I think we're going to, yes. But congratulations.
Yes.
All right, we're going green. We're halfway. And our new leader is
Landon Casserole in the lead. The running order is completely fucked. This will be hilarious. 3 wide into turn 1.
3 wide for a second there.
Not the start that I think Landon Castle wanted to get there.
Maybe NASCAR will take the iRacing restart rules and apply it to real life. Good God, William Byron 3 wide in the middle. Right in the middle of traffic. Busher and Castle are side by side for the lead.
Byron with fresh tires trying to work his way up through from 7.
Yeah, and Busher to the outside, Landon Castle to take the lead, but they're still side by side.
They're racing hard.
Shout out to Austin Dillon.
Whoa, no, Landon Castle! Byron made it through.
I think he mentioned
Caution's out.
He said, I'm wondering if he'll have to use another one.
Jeebus.
Very damaged.
Might have to ride it out from here.
Boy, Byron was drifting through there.
72 laps to go. 8th caution.
There's just not enough laps for us to get to the record, but they're trying.
Older tires, including Landon Castle.
Austin Dillon.
You can see the 2 leaders up front. Don't know if they made contact.
Oh. Devastating contact for Austin Dillon. I hope he's okay.
Timmy Hill getting caught up in that also.
So Chris Busher picks up the lead on this.
That pace truck driver's getting a workout.
Bowman and Garrett Smith-Lee.
Well, you knew that was going to happen with those guys up front. I'm just surprised it was Landon Castle because he knows what he's doing. You got to think the NASCAR Cup Series hauler is going to be busy after this race. The big red truck, as us old Winston Cup fans would call it. Brilliant joke. Radar shows there's a Windows update about 15 minutes out. We will monitor. I know they're wrecking and driving stupid, but it looks like it's fun to be a part of. iRacing looks like a lot of fun. It's a good thing I don't have money and that I don't want to get on there and embarrass myself. Let's be honest, if I was rich, after watching all this stuff, I would probably get a sim set up if I had money. Does anybody else here have sim setups? Hey Jeff, what's up? Maybe it'll rain so Bush will win. Yeah, is there rain in iRacing? Does anybody else on here have a sim set up? Does anybody here play iRacing? Because I've never had the opportunity, and I'm probably never going to have the opportunity. So I'll just stick to NASCAR Heat 4 like a good little boy. I got my steering wheel for NASCAR Heat 4. That's about as close as I'll ever get to being able to sim race. Tell you what, the NASCAR sponsors are going to love all these commercials with all these cautions. Oh my God, it's the pie fucker, Jason Biggs. He's in some new show on Fox. Blunt man himself, Jason Biggs. Or the dude's career that was least affected by Jersey Girl. NASCAR racing. I think Clint Boyer should be parked for a week.
Good to have Race Hub back Monday through Thursday. Chris Buescher will be the leader on the restart, and the iRacing officials have mercifully declared that we'll have single file restarts the rest of the way. This is often done in short track racing once you get to halfway.
Single file restarts for the remaining of the race. That's interesting.
Which has had 8 caution flags in the first 78 laps. So it'll be Buescher, Di Benedetto, in Fords.
That's an old obscure short track racing thing I didn't know about until last night, because they did it last night in the Saturday Night Thunder race.
Busch, Priest, Kligerman, and Hamlin are the top 10. Jimmy Johnson's in 11th. Our other in-race reporter, Clint Boyer,
Chris Buescher, underrated short track driver.
There are 24 cars on the lead lap, and Joey Logano is in the free pass position.
William Byron's still in best position to win this race. He got all the way back up to 5th and avoided that wreck, so I think Byron's still going to take this thing. And we're back to racing. Buescher, Di Benedetto, Alex Bowman, Garrett Smithley, and William Byron. This is going to work out perfect for Byron, though. It's just going to be hard to pass if they run that outside line.
Yeah, that's the battle that I'm really interested in watching with Smithley, Byron, John Hunter Nemechek, because they do have fresher tires, and they may be pushing really hard right now to try to get track position. And so we'll see if Byron wants to push the issue on Smithley to try to get that position and be that first car with fresher tires.
You know, we've watched such little racing this year because we only had like 4 cup races. I struggle remembering that it's Buescher in the 17 and Di Benedetto in the 21 and Bell in the 95 because we've just had no racing for like a month. So I just have trouble remembering.
Not that long ago where he got spun around and had some damage, and now after that reset and some fresh tires and the strategy playing out in his favor to be in the top 3 right now.
By God, we've made it 5 laps, guys. 5 laps under green.
Front 7 cars trying to break away a little bit.
We finally thinned out the herd good enough, I think.
Here with the leader, Chris Buescher, back to Benedetto in second place.
And Byron on the move on the inside of Smithley.
William Byron's blinking. He was blinking out. He's really forcing the issue on the 51 on that inside line. I think he's going to get him, though. If he would stop blinking out, it's very distracting.
I say this, Mike. I really think that those actual laps in the race car around Bristol, the guys that like this racetrack, seem to be doing extremely well today in iRacing also. Nice moves happening by William Byron. He's able to clear Smithley in that middle lane, now going after his teammate Alex
Coming to 55 laps to go.
We've not seen guys, I know he's got fresher tires, but we've not seen guys be able to do this as successful as what we've seen here with William Byron.
Byron is making that bottom where he's making it work so good. Di Benedetto was moving down. Wow. William Byron. William Byron is a machine. He's a computer. That's crazy. He totally separated himself from the rest of the guys on the fresh tires.
In iRacing, as you abuse those tires, it has the same kind of wear and tear on them as it would in the real world. So absolutely, Mike, I think that it's important that if you're going to take that risk and go to that inside lane, you can see John Hunter Nemechek trying to do the same thing.
The tire advantage wasn't that much because those guys that, like Buescher that's up front, just pitted on the previous caution before these guys did. So the fact that Byron made that look so easy is nuts. Well, John Hunter got loose off of turn 2.
Sideways, opens up the door for the outside of Kyle Busch.
Byron's going to be all over Buescher in about 5 laps. Yeah, that's for sure.
I think that's the varied strategies and what they've been seeing.
Oh, Kyle Busch goes around.
Turn 4 goes around.
Caution's out, 50 laps to go.
And caution will wave.
Dale Jr. made it through another one. Boy, Kyle Busch is going to be really salty. Damn, I should be watching his live stream right now, but I don't have a computer. If I had a fucking computer, I would get some driver live streams going here, so I could listen to that. I'll have a computer soon, though.
Those pit stops, you see him behind Kyle Busch in 14th position right now. Pretty heavy damage to that rear spoiler on the 18 of Kyle Busch.
I love those wheels on the 17, them bright orange wheels. Did Kyle Busch touch anyone, or did he just get loose?
So this is the middle 3 and 4.
Oh, did he?
Maybe the 37 of Priest just barely got the left rear of the 18 of Busch, turned him sideways in front of Hunter Nemechek, and collected. Sorry, I keep saying Busch or Priest, Ryan Priest.
What's that old saying? He took the air off my spoiler? Could have happened.
Got some cars in the back coming to pit
Jimmy
road.
Johnson's gonna pit.
All right, Jimmy, we see you coming down pit road. You were,
Dale Jr. coming to pit
10th,
road.
11th. Did you
This is
get
the
caught
right
up in
move
that,
for
or
these
is this
guys.
just a tire strategy play?
Tire strategy.
This is tires for us. I fortunately did not get caught up in that.
Dale Jr. doesn't have a scratch on his car, which is a miracle.
Sorry, Jeff.
Well, probably bad timing for us to talk to you when you're trying to get in your pit box and find that pit sign.
Yes, I will blame you, as I've made no mistakes in this game today. But yeah, that didn't help exactly, but we're okay. I've got tires going on now.
Does virtual Bristol have lights? Because this race is taking forever. We might need them.
All right, now you got some tires. Don't speed on pit road while I'm talking to you.
I know.
Man, we've seen attrition play out in this race. It reminds me of the Bristol of old, where you just had to survive in order to get a good finish at the end.
Yeah,
I can't believe how many cars are still
some
running.
Things that are different with the game, and I know I've had 2 incidents with not having a spotter, and I've heard some other guys talking about it on the race chat. So that's one piece, and then frustration kicks in, and guys are
Social distancing, but can Jimmy Johnson get Earl Barbin over to his house next week to help him out?
The best part is it gives everybody a chance to have a little fun on Sunday afternoon, kind of forget about our troubles and our issues, and just concentrate on something that's fun. The only thing looks like it gets hurt here are egos.
You are absolutely right, and I've been trying to keep my ego in check as the last couple of weeks have gone by. I've been learning at such a fast pace in what it takes to be competitive in the iRacing world. Not only driving the game, but just getting everything set up is a challenge in its own. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks, but I'm so happy to provide some entertainment for all of our fans at home.
Yeah, well, you certainly are. We appreciate you making light of it, having fun, and joining us like so many other drivers. It is definitely adding to a lot of people's Sundays to see some NASCAR racing out there, even if it is in the virtual world.
Yeah, it is in the virtual world, but I know everybody's missing their racing, and we, I certainly am too. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll try to get the satellite Chevy up front.
All right, go get them.
Thanks, buddy.
Lights are out on the pace truck. Jimmy is 21st.
And them stands at Bristol are full today.
Joey Logano 1 down, Brad Keselowski 2 down.
What a show.
Joey was the free pass car on that caution and got back 1 of his 2 laps. Chris Buescher's been out there on that set of tires for 61 laps. That is twice as long as the tire wear on anybody else in the field. He's got William Byron right behind him, trying to retake the lead.
44 laps to go. Buescher, Byron, Smithley, Nemechek, and Parker Kligerman.
Buescher can maintain that.
I'm glad Anthony Alfredo's not in this race. We would have had about 10 more cautions if he was in this. I think Byron's really going to press to get the lead here before this next caution inevitably comes out. You know it's coming. So he's got to get ahead of Buescher as fast as possible.
Byron just so good.
He's clear.
Has a lot of laps, a lot of races under his belt.
Oh yeah, Byron's got it.
Win percentage. I think I talked to him earlier this week. He said over 20% win percentage. So he's showing his skills in iRacing right now as he takes this lead.
Smithley coming up the outside. Austin Dillon inside. Riding with Nemechek.
This is where it's going to get really difficult for these guys. Have to maintain a lot of patience because the 17 of Buescher there in second place has those older tires. Now he doesn't have the clean air, so that's only going to make those.
Dang, William Byron stinking up the show.
Like they're that
Then again, all the other drivers are doing a good job at that.
Hold off some of these guys behind him.
Linderman and Reddick coming into play here.
A lot of these guys, you see the
John Hunter's got to hustle to get around these guys if he wants any chance of catching William Byron.
The rear of the car there off of turn 2. Got really loose, had to check up a little bit. This is on board with the 17 of Busher. Smithley.
God, Smithley all over the back of Busher. Oh! He cut across. Oh, the 38. Stay green, stay green, stay green. They're good. Stay green, stay green. Fuck it.
To the wall, but we stay green.
Nobody wrecked. They kept going. Kyle Busch and Dale Jr. just spun.
And Smithley's car doesn't appear to be too worse.
Please tell me Jr. kept going. Caution.
Hey guys, keep an eye on that 21 car. You see Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, it's about time something happened to Jr. He was having too easy of a race.
Big trouble.
And the pit road cone just got clobbered.
Decides to come back out on the racetrack when he knew the caution was out, but he clipped the end of pit road, and those cones flew onto the track.
Is that going to be a penalty on Kurt Busch? Commitment line violation?
Underneath the splitter of Kurt Busch's car.
It was only a matter of time before Jr. got spun or something. Just a shame it's happening so late in the race.
Larry, if you're Chris Buescher, you like track position or do you want some tires?
This late in the game, your bid is made. You know, they have packed the pit equipment up if you're anywhere inside. What I was about to say is that in 9th place, Matt DiBenedetto on that 21 car, he was on the move. He was one of the cars that pitted that last time, so he has much fresher tires than anyone in front of him inside the top 8 or 9.
Okay. 35 laps to go. Denny Hamlin.
We need to get some road course action going on this next week.
In Texas, the winner was Timmy Hill. And today, let's take a look at today's Geico race summary with 35 laps to go. It's the second time today William Byron has led. 23 cars
And
on
cautions.
the lead lap.
3 liters.
And 10 caution flags. I don't like caution flags. I love restarts.
Yeah.
I don't like caution flags
Exactly,
so much.
right?
Exactly.
We don't like torn up race cars. We don't like caution
All that
flags,
virtual
but
money
those
that went
restarts
into
are
this
pretty
race.
exciting and
Just wasted.
great racing.
Excuse me, Austin Dillon, the free pass.
These team owners are furious.
Back on the lead lap. Which will give us
Dale Jr. didn't really hit nothing. He just got hit in the back and spun around. I mean, Jr.'s been non-existent today. Whether it was at the start of the race being stuck on the inside line. It's hard to pass. Can't get track position. Finally was starting to go somewhere and got spun out.
Including the Gecko to go along with Ty Dillon. How's your race going?
I like that shifter Ty Dillon has on his desk.
It's been a little wild. You know,
All them Geico hats in the background.
I used up my repairs too early and took myself out early. So I've been trying to conserve it. This has been a wild one, but
Why does it look like Ty Dillon's in a little girl's bedroom?
have a good finish.
Ty, I got to tell you, a couple of views are you know, when we go inside some of these rigs and go to people's homes and basements. And so here you are in a bedroom. I'm not sure what bedroom this is in the house, but I also noticed this steering wheel. That looks like a steering wheel that would come out of your actual race car.
Yeah, so this is an old one. I don't have time to go get one of my MPI wheels, but this kind of resembles my rig. It's about 10 years old itself. I used to run on it back in the day when I raced ARCA, and it needs some updating. And I think 5 to 10 years on anything online is about 50 to 100 years. So I got a bit of a dinosaur rig, but I'm having a lot of fun with this, and glad that you know, we're doing this, putting it on for the fans at a time across the country that you know, it's not easy, but we're having
Never thought the
fun.
IndyCar guys would show up NASCAR at anything, but their races have gone infinitely smoother.
Yeah, good luck. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and the Gecko.
Ty Dillon needs a tan, yeah, dude. He looks like a ghost.
I love how he had to push a space bar to talk to us on the keyboard.
That's right.
Restart, 31 laps to go, and Byron is out of here. If John Hunter can get clear of the 17.
The 17 of Chris Buescher did not get going.
And he will. John Hunter up to second. He's clear. Here comes Timmy Hill.
Now in second, here comes Timmy Hill, the winner last week.
Our 2 heat winners are back up running 1-2.
We made it a lap. 30 laps to go.
Matty D in 6th, racing Tyler Reddick. Remember,
Real nice of Richard Childress to give Dale Jr. the 8 and just put Tyler Reddick in the 31.
showing it right now.
Can anybody answer this question for me? How come when I watch the drivers' live streams, the cars look totally different? Some of them don't even have paint schemes, and the numbers the number font looks different. But on television, they look like this. What's the deal with that? Because I don't play iRacing. I don't know what the deal is. Because Dale Jr.'s number 8 on iRacing looks similar to the DEI number 8. But on television, it looks like the Junior Motorsports number 8. That's just one example.
80 laps on those tires, and it's showing.
We might have a race for the lead here in a minute. Dale Jr. and Kyle Busch are recovering nicely. As long as they don't get taken out. Oh, they're stacking up there. That's not good. Buscher's about to get run over. Because Dale Jr. and Kyle Busch have fresh tires. Oh, what the fuck?
And where's Mikey? Mikey, where are you? He's at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
He's at the wrong track.
Big screen of all.
We're going to go to commercial right now. There's like 25 fucking laps. What the fuck? That is like the worst timed commercial break I've ever seen. They're finally starting to race hard, and there's like 25 to go, and they go to commercial. The fuck? Two weeks in a row, Daniel Suarez got parked. That's do you get banned after 3 weeks? 3 weeks of griefing. Maybe we should just make that a rule. Second half of short track races, we just do single file restarts. Should that be the rule in real life? Because Martinsville and Bristol, there's such a lane advantage on restarts. So maybe that's something we should think about in real life. Second half of the race, we go single file. I can't believe they went to commercial just now. Shit was getting interesting. It's just like real life. They pick the worst times to go to commercial. Caution is out! With 24 laps to go. I just read that on Twitter. I guess they just knew another caution was coming, for love of God. They just knew. Starting to see why now they made the race 150 laps and not 200 laps. And we're back. Does a caution come out? No, it's another fucking commercial. God, I've never been this pissed off by a commercial. Because it was just so poorly timed. Boy, remember when Family Guy was funny? It was.
Welcome back to Bristol. For those of you watching on Fox, when we're done here at the virtual Bristol.
Wonder what the caution was for. Junior wasn't in it because he's still running in the top 10. So that's all I care about.
And for those of you watching on FS1, America's Day at the Races will air once our virtual race here at Bristol is concluded. William Byron leading from John Hunter Nemechek, Timmy Hill, Matthew Benedetto, and Tyler Reddick because of a pileup that started with two of the Team Penske drivers.
Remember Bristol in 2015 when they wrecked each other?
Keselowski, they make contact.
Yep, Brad's definitely leaving Penske. Keselowski is leaving Penske. God, why wasn't the caution thrown before that? Because that just killed Busher.
Right,
Restart, 19 laps to go.
20 laps to go to finish this one off. And Bristol Motor
Mercifully, this race is almost over.
Byron has led the most laps today.
He didn't lead every lap, but that's only because of strategy. But I was pretty much right about William Byron today. Dale Jr. at 9th place.
Whatever you got right now, Mike, you just got to give it your all.
Come on, Junior. We got to at least finish ahead of Kyle Busch. You've been doing this longer than him.
Put down some qualifying laps here with 18 to go.
How about Denny Hamlin doing a great job with a wrecked race car, working there on the inside of Tyler Reddick. Now you're with Timmy Hill, who was taken third for Matthew Benedetto on the restart.
Timmy Hill creeping up on the leaders again. We got a smoker up ahead. Get off the track, Brad.
As a car hits smoking with damage from a
Is he dropping oil?
He'll stay down to the inside.
Brad, go to the fucking pits, for love of God.
Keselowski rolling slower on the bottom, smoking.
Reckon he's looking for a 22 car?
It might be. We've seen that play out today.
I hope race control sent a warning down to the 2 car.
Hamlin trying it on the inside. Looks like he's had...
These guys get to the inside and they just start sliding, and that's what causes these wrecks.
Some of you show it not as badly damaged.
Sometimes really hard.
Can we get to the end of this without another caution? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Have a decent little run to the finish. God, Hamlin, sent that thing in. Oh, he couldn't slide job him there. But at least he didn't run into him.
That was a good view of the damage to his car.
How the hell is Ryan Preece in the top 10?
Ryan Preece, Kyle Busch looking on. From 7th and 8th place. Back up to 2nd.
Timmy Hill putting the pressure on John Hunter Nemechek for 2nd. Reddick's slow on the outside there.
Working that lower lane. We've not seen a lot of guys do it successfully, but he's done it more than anybody as we go on board the 21 of Matt Benedetto here in the 4th position. Might be able to get to the right rear quarter panel of Timmy Hill, and he does so off of turn 4.
Larry, we're coming to 10 to go.
Yeah, I'm going to get this out quick. Now remember, this is iRacing.
Trends of the race.
I looked at the last 10 Cup races here in the spring, and the final caution in the last...
And the caution is out.
You couldn't get it out fast enough, Larry, unfortunately.
You need a caution, just go to Larry back.
What happened? Was it Junior? I think it was Junior.
About 1 lap.
Pretty sure it was Junior.
Oh, did I say we also do 3 attempts at overtime?
No, don't say that.
But, yeah, thanks, Larry.
11th caution flag.
I think Kyle Busch may have been caught up in this one.
Good chance, since he's no longer among the front runners.
Here's a replay.
Kyle Busch.
Into turn 1.
Him and Preece made contact, and around he goes. Junior wasn't in it. He just slowed down to miss the wreck. That's what happened.
See how much speed Kyle Busch carried into the corner and then made contact with Ryan Preece. That sent him around.
How about our buddy Clint Boyer is now up to 12th place.
Yeah, man, that strategy's working out.
How is Boyer still running?
Just let him wreck, guys. What a mess. This is the Bristol of old. That is for sure. It's extremely hard. I mean, obviously, people at home are seeing this, but you can't so much as even
seeing these guys embarrass themselves.
To the wall. Really, really difficult, treacherous. Trying to figure out what groove to run, trying to figure out, how much damage you can get away with. A lot of people all over the place, but damage, no damage. The guys up front, boy, they're making us look bad. The guys that have experience on iRacing, they're making us look really bad. But I want to check on old Bubba. Where's he at? Where's that Bubba guy at?
32nd.
Oh, he got mad and quit already. How about Suarez? I think I heard something about a tweet. There's already a fight.
Larson.
Larson. Yes, it is this is Bristol, man. You never leave Bristol. There's only one guy that leaves Bristol happy. That's the winner. Everybody else is mad, hates each other for a few days.
There's a lot of hurt feelings in this race.
Quarantine. This might last for a month. Who knows?
I was going to say, Clint, when we get back to real racing, how many of these rivalries and some of these moments like this will carry over?
I hope all of them. All of them is the answer. Clint,
you have a lot fresher tires than most of those guys in front of you. You're going to be content with just a top 15 right here?
Typical crew chief, always take care of themselves first. Hey, how about the last 3 times we pitted? Where were you at? Eating ice cream.
I was.
We
I
had
was
damage repair.
ice
We
cream.
had decisions to make. Are we pitting? No pit. How many laps to go? We need some math. Are we going to make it on fuel?
But now you've got that special set of tires.
You can pass on the outside.
Hey, look at here, boys.
All right, here's the tweet from Daniel Suarez. Yeah. Well, temper.
Why is Daniel Suarez such a dick on
iRacing?
iRacing?
On Sunday, literally in his living room. Oh, I gotta go.
Yes, because we're about to restart.
Restart.
Man, get you a top 10. Come on.
Man,
Work your hands, not your
Coming
mouths
to
here these last
4
few
to
laps.
go.
Boyer is now 11.
Can they get these last 4 laps?
Leader, Nemechek, DiBenedetto,
I have my
Hamlin.
doubts.
The top 5.
4 laps
Reese,
seems to be about the limit
Clearman,
today.
Smithley and McDowell, the top 10.
And Nemechek holding back, trying to create a gap.
Boy, that iRacing Pro Series race on Tuesday really makes this one look bad. Can't believe Denny Hamlin's in the top 5.
Benedetto timed it really well, almost got to the rear bumper.
Junior ain't gonna get a finish worth a shit.
Nemechek did not get a great start.
Benedetto tried to slam the door on Timmy Hill.
4 to go. He's on all defense now.
And Timmy is there.
I just wanted Junior to get a top 10. Two laps to go. What a lousy race.
Tires in the 21. Benedetto played out on that restart. Maybe John Hunter Nemechek spun the tires, but as he got locked down that inside lane, those fresher tires don't matter as Denny Hamlin goes by.
Coming to 1 lap to go.
Credit One Bank.
Credit One Bank.
Woo! Timmy Hill not afraid to use the bumper.
By a second. This is the battle for second place.
Protective line by John Hunter. He gets sent up the track by Timmy Hill. 3 wide for second. Byron wins. John Hunter Nemechek gets second.
William Byron is the winner.
Matt DiBenedetto, top 5. There you go. The race is over. We are free.
1,500 for his career.
We are free.
And bringing out that new paint scheme this weekend, that paid off. He finally got a win. He maybe could have had 2 by now, but hadn't gone his way. But it did today here in Bristol.
William Byron in the Blue Flame Special victory lane.
Good God. Well, there's no need to hang around for post-race stuff. That was a complete disaster. Let's hope for better things next time. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I will see you guys next time. I'm assuming there's going to be a next time. But, yeah. I'll catch you.